Namaste from Himalayan Yoga.
Namaste.
Good morning, Hardeep.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine. Thank you.
How is your practice going?
Very slow.
Yeah, very slow.
Yeah, very slow.
Okay, so what kind of style you practice mostly, Hardeep ji?
Between gaps or after 7?
What style? Style?
What?
Like style. Which style
Oh,
you
child.
prefer?
I just read and learn. That's it.
Read and learn. You don't practice any asana part,
No,
asana and
I do. I'm just talking about anatomy or philosophy class. Asanas, I
okay.
can't read and learn that. It's required practice.
Yes, because it's early morning, so was I was asking like we have to practice early morning only. Prefer for the asana part. And at 8:30 for an anatomy session, it's like,
Very early.
yeah, it is very early for anatomy session. But okay, I hope you practice asana as well, the
Yeah.
pranayama. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We have to start today with a prayer. So we have an opening prayer and a closing prayer for every session we have to do.
Okay.
So we'll chant a prayer from my point of side, from my side. You can mute yourself and chant along with me, or you can just hear. After a prayer, we will chant Om together one time, followed by Shanti 3 times.
Okay.
A morning mantra. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Take a long breath, inhale and chant Om one time. Chant Shanti 3 times. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You may open your eyes. Namaste, Anusha ji. Very good morning to you as well. Thank you so much.
Namaste, good morning, sir.
So today in the morning and from every time on every session, all the teachers, including myself, we will be chanting a mantra or a prayer as well in the session. This was the opening mantra. I chanted this or choose this mantra as it is early morning, or also try to remember as soon as you wake up from the bed. Try to chant this mantra that is known as purification mantra. Now, come back to our anatomy session. See what we have studied yesterday, or what have we seen yesterday about the introduction to the muscle. What are the functions and the properties of the muscle, alongside what are the different kinds and types of muscles. So different kinds and different muscle tissues are smooth muscles. Where do you find the smooth muscles? In your internal organs, in your stomach, intestine, the large and the small, as well as your esophageal tract, mostly has a cover and a layer of smooth muscle. Then The next, cardiac muscle. Where do you find this cardiac muscle? Mostly in your heart. Cardiac only in your heart muscle. And the rest of the 600 skeletal muscles, apart from the smooth and apart from the cardiac, the rest of the 600 skeletal muscles is what? All over the body. So total number of muscles will be more than 650, including the cardiac and the smooth muscles. But only 600, up to 600 muscles we will have the skeletal muscles in our body. Now, how these skeletal muscles are named, or on which terms we can name and identify this skeletal muscle. So there are different names of the major muscles that also we will be seeing. Along with that different names of the muscles, we should know on what terms these muscles are being named. Then it will be easy to locate and identify all the 600 muscles in our body, which we are not going to do it here on the 600 muscles, but just the major muscles in our body, on what basis they are named. That we will see. It will be easy for you directly to identify any muscle. So first we will see the terms like helpful terms for naming muscles. The helpful terms for the naming muscles. So from that, the first one, under the section of the size, some of the muscles are named after the section of their size that depends upon the size, shape, direction, location, in all the factors. So the factors and the helpful terms we will see. So what are these factors? First is the size. Depending upon the size of our skeletal muscle or size of the muscle, they are being named after. So which are these muscles named after the size? That means the muscle naming vastus muscle. Vastus size means huge size. Vastus are means huge. That means huge is what? Under the section of the size. So these vastus muscles are where in your quads or in your quadriceps or on the top of the thighs. First we will see on the top of the thighs. There will be vastus muscles. So in your leg on the front, on the top of the thigh, there will be vastus huge muscles. So there is 3 sets of vastus muscles. There will be vastus intermedius, vastus medial, and vastus lateral. So vastus lateralis, medialis, and intermedius. These 3 sets of muscles, along with your rectus femoris on the top of the thigh, will make up a quad. Don't try to remember this much things. Just where is this muscle located? Vastus on the side, huge side. So huge muscle in your upper leg on your thigh. These are the small muscles in your body. Similarly, on the term maximus as well, the second term. So some are depending upon the size, like vastus, huge. We have also maximus muscles. Maximus means the large in size. They are also large in size. So like we have the gluteus maximus muscles on our top of the buttocks, the major muscle actually. So that is what? The maximus, large muscle inside. Again, we have longus, that means long muscle. So longus, we have the long muscles. And what is this? You will find in your arm and in your legs as well, in your back, there will be minimus. That means your small muscles.
Where are the, I missed actually internet issues. Where are the maximus muscles located?
Gluteus maximus, glute, our buttocks located. We will see that again later. We are not watching the muscle actually. We are just watching the name, on
Name.
what factor they are being named. So I am not telling the location, the buttocks, the glutes maximus for all the muscles. That we will see after this.
Acha, okay, okay.
Yeah. This is just a short example. So where are these? How are they named after every muscle? If we will know all these terms, we will be easily able to remember and name all the 600 muscles. This is what? Very easy. This is important. Not the 600 muscles. This we will know. That we will also know automatically. Now, minimus muscle is very small. Similarly, maximus muscle is large and brevis muscle is what? In short. So brevis. So there are some names of the muscles given on this term. So brevis muscles also, we have many kinds of brevis muscles in our body that indicates those muscles are short in size. There are many muscles, vastus, that are huge in size in our body. For example, this is mostly in the thigh. This is mostly in our buttocks, glute, arm, minimus as well. Gluteus maximus, gluteus minimus. So large hip muscle, small hip muscle, short leg muscles, ankle muscles, brevis, wrist. Many muscles named on this size parameter. So this is first parameter. Then if this is clear, the first one size, then the next parameter is shape. So these muscles were named after these terms depending upon the size. The next muscles group, the 600 muscles group will be named after the name shape of that muscle. How is that shape? So the second thing here will be shape. So on what shape we will have those muscles? For example, if I will tell about the shoulder. So in our shoulder, we have the muscle in a triangular shape. So that triangular shape muscle will be known as deltoid. So we will write here deltoid. Deltoid means triangular shape. So some muscles in our body will be known for its shape. So we have the shape of triangle, we have the shape of rhombus, we have the round shape as well. We have the round shape as well. That is what? First, rhomboid we will write. That is the shape of rhombus, the muscle you mostly find in your back, in the rhombus shape. Then we will also have the muscle named after the shape trapezium. So we have the trapezius muscle. Again, in the center and the middle of the back. This muscle is located in the center and the middle of the back in the V shape. That is what? In the form of trapezium, a big muscle in the middle section of the back, like a trapezoid. So we have a lats muscle and as well we have a round muscle. So first, lats means wide, or latissimus muscles means wide in shape and size. And teres muscle group. Teres muscle is circular or round in shape. So about the lats, again in the back and the side, at each side. So on the right and on the left, we have the lats muscles. So latissimus dorsi muscles, they are very wide on the side of the back. Trapezius muscle, you will find the trapezius muscle when we do the Gomukhasana. That is what the trapezium shape on the center of the back. Rhomboid muscle as well on the back, a deep muscle. Deltoid is in the triangular shape on the shoulder. So these muscles are named after the parameter shape. So many muscles, anterior deltoid, posterior deltoid, all in triangular shape. Rhomboid muscles, rhombus shape. Trapezius muscle, trapezium. Like this will be the naming of the muscles in our body on the factor of shape, apart from size. Okay, up till here, is it clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yep. Now we have some of the muscles named on the direction of their fibers. So in our muscles, there are small threads, thread-like fibers, which contains our protein filaments, actin and myosin. So our muscles may look like this, but we have seen the bands of striation as well. So there are muscle fibers like this. So there are what? Muscle fibers, many muscle fibers. So depending upon the direction of the muscle fibers, there will be some muscles named. So write down the third point on the basis of direction of fibers. We will name some muscles as well. So the muscle fibers, in which direction they will go. For example, number 3, on direction of fibers. For example, I will write here rectus muscle. Is it visible, the whiteboard, and or can I put me on the spotlight? If I can, let me check. Spotlight, yeah. So the rectus muscle. So where is this rectus muscle actually? On our core. That means our 6 packs or 8 packs, or the muscles which originates right below our diaphragm. So the muscles, if you will see in your 6 packs or in the 8 packs or in a person in front, those 6 pack muscles are known as rectus muscles or named as well rectus abdomen. Not only 6 packs, there will be in our thighs as well, but mostly I am just giving one example of it. These rectus muscles means they are in one line, so they are very straightforward. They are straight muscle. What does this mean? Straight muscle means their fibers are like this. So this will be 1, this will be 2. So like this, their fibers will be the direction in one straight line. Then you will also have the transverse muscles again. So you do have the transverse muscles along with the rectus muscles. So the next I will write down here transverse muscles. And what are the transverse muscles? They are in the crossway. So they are horizontal in the crossway. Cross muscles. They are horizontal like across muscles. We have horizontal fibers. For example, if this is a muscle, then the fibers in that muscle will be horizontal. The fibers in that rectus muscle will be vertical, muscle fibers in one straight line. This transverse, cross. After the transverse, we will have obliques. Obliques are what? Our wings. We say when we do workout or the physical activity, our wings are at the side, not the lats I am talking. Lats are on the back, but at the side, in next to the lats, we have the obliques. So we can say those obliques are side abs. So side abs are our obliques. So what, in which muscle fibers they lie? These oblique muscles are diagonal. So they are diagonally, the muscle fibers are diagonally arranged in the oblique section. And we have one more orbicularis muscle, where in those muscle fibers, they are arranged in a circular direction. So in the circular direction, in the sense means they are like this around our mouth and around our eyes. So we have those muscles orbicularis oris or orbicularis oculi around the eyes. Those muscles are named depending upon the direction of the fiber. So the muscles or the fibers are in a circular orbit. Orbicularis muscle group. This muscle group are in circular fibers. And where are these circular fibers? Mostly found around your lips, mouth, around your eyes, oculi and oris. So these are the groups of muscles named after the parameter of direction of fibers. The rectus, straight fibers, transverse cross fibers, obliques, diagonal fibers, and orbicularis, circular fibers. I am not saying the shape of the muscle. I am saying the shape of the muscle fibers, not in the shape. Suppose even if the shape of the muscle is like this anyway, but the muscle fibers in that shape will be round, circular. Okay. Clear up till here?
Yes, sir.
Great. Now we will proceed further. So the next directional term or next term which will be helpful for naming the muscles will be on the basis of their location. So where are they located? On that basis, we will name some of the muscles. Number 4, I think. Location. So for example, the location of our chest. What is this location of the chest known as pec? This pec known to be as pectoralis muscle. So if I will write the first muscle, pectoralis. But where this pectoralis muscle will be found? Only on the location of the chest. So write down here the chest. So the location is the chest where it is known as pect or pectoralis muscle. Pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, there will be many more. Similarly, the next is what? Gluteus. Gluteus muscle. I have told you before as well, glute muscles you found only on your bottom. or your hips. So the muscles on the location of your hips are to be known as glute muscles. So there can be gluteus maximus, gluteus minimus, or gluteus medius. So maximum size, minimum size, or medium size. There will be three set of glute muscles on the top of your hip, the location, the buttocks. After, there will be again one muscle known as brachii. Brachii muscles are indicating your arms. Pectoralis muscle indicates your chest. Glutes muscles indicates your hips. Brachii muscles indicates your arms. Where supra and infra muscles we will see now. So supra muscles and infra muscles. Supra muscles are mostly above and infra muscles means below. So supraspinatus muscle above on the top of other muscles. So there will be supra muscles below the deltoid here near the deltoid but at above and below the supraspinatus muscle you will find the infraspinatus muscle, that is whichever muscle is below the supra that will be named after infra. So supraspinatus, infraspinatus. Again below the arm at the back, posterior part. Similarly, we will have also like lateralis muscle. To the lateral side, medialis muscle to the medial side. On the location depends. So there will be medialis to the medial side. So this will be depending upon the location. So towards the lateral side of our body, for example, if we have, this is the lateral side of my body, this is the center, midline. So the muscles at the side of my body will be denoted by the term lateralis. The muscles which are in line with my midline, those muscles will be denoted by the medialis. So we have like vastus lateralis. At the side of this thigh, we have the lateralis muscles. We have lats as well. So at the lateral side, so denoted by the term lats. These muscles are named, the group of muscles are named on the basis of the location. So there is not only pectoralis one muscle. So there will be the group of pectoralis muscle on your chest. The group of glutes muscle, not one. So from that 600, there will be three muscles of the glutes, maximus, minimus, medius. Those set of glutes muscle will be found on the hip. Like this, there will be this group of muscles denoted again on the term of location. Then the next now, can we proceed further? Can I read now? So we will see the next term where these muscles are named on their basis of origin. So on the basis of origin means where this muscle originates. Every muscle will originate somewhere. They are not flying or floating in our body. So there will be some point where they will originate. and on that point there will be number of origins. So there will be the big muscle which will start with 2 points. There will be big which will start with 3 points. That we'll see. So on the basis of the number of origins, what muscle group we can name? We can name the muscle group biceps. What? Biceps means with the 2 heads. Which muscles have 2? Bi. This word means 2 heads. Here on the arm, this muscle will originate from the 2 head of the arm. So we have the biceps. Similarly, at the back of your arm, there will be a tricep. So this muscle will be with the 3 heads. That means this muscle will origin or will have the 3 starting points. Very simple, I will make. Origin means starting, and where it ends, that is ending, insertion. So this is what? Origin. This has 2 starting points, 2 head, 3 starting points, 3 head, like this. Similarly, we will have quadriceps. Quad. How many heads in the quad?
4.
Yeah. So we have 2 bicep muscles, we have 3 triceps, and we have 4 quadriceps. You will find on the top of the thigh, the quad. So the 4 sets of muscles will make your quad, 2 sets of muscles make your biceps, 3 sets of muscles at the back of your arm make your triceps. Okay. So when you hit or when you target some muscles in your workout or in the practice of yoga, even to lose the muscles or to strengthen the muscles or to build your muscles, that is what we should target the muscles with the great or the big one first. Target the big one first, then the smaller. When the people who go to the gym and do the workout, targeting the big muscle makes their arms huge, big. Even targeting the big muscles are the muscles in your legs, the quadriceps make the legs huge or look huge or big. So big muscles. Even if you do the workout, the bicep workout, just to lift in the front will not make your arm look big. But if you hit a tricep more than the bicep, then your arm, the muscle size looks big, your arm. So targeting the muscle which has the great size first work, or we should practice. Then the here, even in the yoga, we have to lose the muscle or we have to make the muscle flexible. We have to need to target the great muscles first. Now, cleared up to here, we will have the origin and insertion as well, some of the names of the muscles. On the basis of origin and on the basis of origin and insertion as well now. So some muscle sets in our body will be named after origin and insertion. What is this? Origin means starting point and insertion means ending point. So where muscle will start and where the muscle will end. That is very simple term, starting and ending. Origin and insertion, the name. For example, sternocleidomastoid muscle. Where is this muscle? The sternum. Sternum bone is studied in our skeletal system in the center. So it will start from the sternum. It will go to the clavicle, our clavicle. and it will end to our mastoid in our face. So the muscle which helps to move our neck, that is what sternocleidomastoid. So where it origins at the sternum, where it ends at the mastoid. This is what origin and insertion name of the muscle. For example, if I will say brachioradialis muscle, brachioradialis muscle as well. This name also depends upon origin and insertion. So brachi, what means brachi? Our arm. Radialis means our radial bone. Where is the radial bone? Towards the side of the thumb, radius. So brachioradialis muscle, like where they originate and where they insert, named on that parameter. Okay. Good. Now, we will have some of the muscles named after their actions. Some of the muscles named after the action. So whatever actions we perform in our body, here, whatever part of the body we move, so this action is known as abduction. So when we abduct our body, the muscle will be known as abductors, group of muscle, abductor. Then the muscle which we bring the arm in towards the midline, those muscles will be known as adductors group of muscles. So to adduct the part or structure of the body, we will have adductor set of muscles. We will have flexors muscles. We will have extensors muscles. That means the actions we perform to flex, that to bend or to decrease the angle between two joints or between two parts on the joint. Flexors group of muscle will get engaged. Extensor, to extend, the extensor group of muscle will get engaged. So depending upon the actions, we will also have masseter. Write down this term, masseter. Masseter is what action? Actually, the masseter group of muscle. Can you see this? I don't think my marker is. This is what the masseter. This muscle, masseter, you will find in your cheek, where we can do the chewing action, where this masseter group of muscle allows us to cut or bite the food here. So when we chew, this is what the masseter set. So action, levator, masseter, all these muscles. Today we have seen the helpful terms which will be helping to name the muscles on behalf of their size, shape, location, direction of fibers, on their actions, then their number of origins and insertions as well. Okay. If you have any questions today, do you have, or do you understood what we have just seen today? Or any questions about it? Okay. So no questions. Okay, great. We made it very easy to understand just today. From tomorrow, we will be seeing just major muscles, where they are, the names of major muscles and what do they do. And we will start with something new as well. Okay. If you have got this completely, we will end our session by chanting one closing prayer. So you can keep your back and spine straight, and I will chant a closing prayer And we will together chant Om after 1 time, followed by Shanti 3 times. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukh Bhag Bhave. Inhale and chant Om. Om. Chant Shanti 3 times. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Open your eyes and thank you so much. We can end the session now and see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.